Collegiate student athletes can spend their spring breaks doing a myriad of things. They can be training for their sport. They can also be looking ahead for the rest of the semester ahead of them. But instead, I have two Monmouth University men's soccer student athletes who used this past spring break to do some good in the world. And I'm here with Dan Pizzimenti and Joey Gudzak. And I want to get their thoughts, guys, on this alternative spring break that you went on. Dan, we'll start with you. How did the whole setup start about you guys going down to Guatemala and lending a helping hand?
Well, there's an email sent out by Corey and Donna, who's the trip advisor, and it's at the beginning of the year, and you go to meetings about going to Guatemala or Haiti or Nicaragua, and then you apply, and there's an interview process. And I actually didn't even know that Joey applied or was going to the interview. And then I had my interview, and then Joey was right after me. So, and then after that, after the interviews, he selects a handful of people, 20 students. I went last year, so he picks 2 or 3 returners to come back every year to help the group transition from going from the United States to a third world country.
So you went last year, and Joey, this is your first go-around doing it, and you brought it to Dan. So what was your thought process when you saw that email go out and realized that you could do something like this?
Well, I thought it was pretty cool that you could actually do something out of the country and do community service like that. So going in, I didn't really know anyone. And when I went in for my interview, I saw Dan coming out of his interview, so I thought it was pretty cool. And going in not knowing anyone, but knowing Dan, I thought I'm pretty comfortable going in. So I was pretty excited about it.
So it's interesting. Teammates go down, but you didn't kind of plan to go down together where you kind of, went one at a time. And then once you got down there, what were some of the things that you guys were doing down there? And Dan, we'll start with you.
The first day, well, it's a full 24 hours of travel, so it's pretty tough. And you get there on a Saturday, and then the next day is market day, and we were staying in Chichi Castanango, and it's the biggest market in Guatemala. It's like a big flea market essentially, and you can go there, you barter with everybody, and there's tons of clothing and items to buy. And then from Monday to Thursday, you're at the school, and we were cementing walls, ceilings, mixing cement, laying concrete, pretty much all of it to help finish the classroom.
So you go from your spring break now, which again, some college student athletes, college students, they're going to warmer climates, but they're going to kind of have fun and get away for a little bit. You guys went down there to do what sounds like pretty serious work. And Joey, from your experiences down there, how was it going into obviously a different country where so much real work is needed, and then doing some of the stuff like Dan just said?
It was a lot of fun, actually. Like, people think that we're going down to do serious work, but going as a group, we went, there's about 25 of us. We all had a lot of fun, and we were all looking to do the same exact thing, try to help people and try to make a difference, and that's exactly what we did.
The Monmouth men's soccer program has kind of a history of community service. I remember a couple seasons ago going down to South Africa, playing games, but also helping out some of the youngsters down there as well. And Dan, you've been on a few of these trips now. And how did this trip compare to that trip or some of the other community service that you've done?
This trip's just really different because you're putting yourself out there. There's a whole bunch of different people, and you're really just pushed out of your comfort zone. And then when you're with the team, you're kind of with all your friends and some of your best friends. Here, you're meeting a whole bunch of new people, and you don't really know what's going to go on at the trip.
So for a soon-to-be senior, that's one way to look at it. Now, this is your first go-around in college, and how is that as an experience to, you get on campus, obviously in the fall, and college is a whole new thing, and then you go down there and experience this?
Well, yeah, it was pretty cool, not like trying to experience everything. Like, going down there, I was pretty nervous not knowing anyone, but we came together as a group, and I made a lot of good friends. Like, each of us had our own different experience with the different culture down there, so we each had like a culture shock, and I thought like coming together as a group was pretty cool.
Now, I have to ask this. While you were down there, did you get to play any soccer at all?
Yeah, we did. We played against the firefighters' kids, who some of them were fantastic players, but we pulled out the victory.
So is it safe to say maybe there's a recruiting pipeline, maybe down to Guatemala we can look for?
Maybe.
Possibly, yeah. Who knows?
Well, guys, I really want to say this on behalf of not just all of us here at Monmouth, but really all of us that work in college athletics. What you did was a tremendous thing to go down there to Guatemala and get the experience. Obviously, Coach appreciates it. We all appreciate it. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
It's Joey Gudzak and Dan Pizzimenti talking about one of the alternative spring break opportunities available here at Monmouth. The Hawks making a difference in the world.